Hi, fifth grade. This is Miss Corkins. Today we will be reading Chapter 4, Energy Relationships Among Organisms. So make sure to have your packets out ready to go to Chapter 4. Our objective today is to be able to explain where different organisms get their energy and our agenda. So we are going to, again, I'm going to read Chapter 4 to you. We will have some stop and think and challenge questions along the way that you can complete on a blank sheet of paper. We're going to go over the workbook page for the day and the expectations on that workbook page. And when you're finished with this video and your work, you can check for math and ELA videos. And if you're finished with everything and you're bored and you're looking for something to do, you can always work on iReady Math or Reading or Zern. Chapter 4, Energy Relationships Among Organisms. Our big question today is, where do different organisms get their energy? Plants make the sugar glucose through photosynthesis. Plants need glucose to survive. Animals need glucose too. They must consume food to get this energy. For survival, animals depend on other living things, such as plants and other animals. Once plants make chemical energy, that energy flows through all the animals that eat the plants and other animals in a given area. This is called the energy flow. Energy flows from producers, or plants, to the consumers that eat plants to the consumers that eat animals. Energy passes from the sun to plants, to animals, and then to other animals. We can trace energy flow in any environment. The photo below shows a picture of the gopher tortoise. The gopher tortoise uses the sunlight energy to help warm itself, and it also eats the cactus. This cactus is using the sun in order to produce its food for glucose. Then the gopher tortoise eats the cactus to receive glucose for his own energy. Example: matter and energy flow in a coral reef. Larger algae and tiny algae, too small to be seen without a microscope, are producers that use sunlight to make food. Coral filters algae from the water. Small fish and crustaceans, such as shrimp, also eat algae and seaweed to get energy. These organisms that eat only producers are called herbivores. Bigger fish eat the smaller fish to get energy. Animals that eat other animals are known as carnivores. Energy gets to the largest fish and into deeper, dark parts of the ocean by passing through other living things first. Scavengers such as crabs get energy from eating dead algae and fish. Bacteria decomposes the remaining material and return the last of the matter back to the ecosystem environment. Matter as well as energy flows through the environment. For example, as algae uses sunlight to make food, they release oxygen into the water. The fish take in the oxygen from the water through their gills. Ooh, a challenge problem. I want you to look at this example of a coral reef food web. Notice how it starts with energy from the sun, and the path travels and works through the food web to the nurse shark. I want you to really look at the coral reef food web and think, which organisms get their energy from algae? If you said that the sea coral, sea turtle, clownfish, shrimp, and reef lobster receive their energy from algae, you would be correct. Next, an example of matter and energy flow in the river. As I read to you this next example, I would like you to think about this question. Are raccoons considered omnivores, herbivores, or carnivores? How do you know? Algae and water plants use energy from the sun to make food. Small minnows eat algae and plants. Mussels ingest organic matter that is in the water. Larger fish get energy from eating the minnows. Crabs get energy from eating the mussels and small minnows. They may also eat dead things they find. Water birds get energy by eating small fish such as minnows. Raccoons also get energy from eating fish and mussels. Raccoons also eat vegetation growing on the land nearby. Remember, boys and girls, vegetation is referring to plants. Like raccoons, people can eat animals from the river environment, but they also eat plants. Organisms that eat both plants and other animals are known as omnivores. Go ahead, I want you to stop and think. What are raccoons considered? What type of consumers are they? Are they omnivores, herbivores, or carnivores? How do you know? If you said a raccoon is an omnivore because it consumes both plants and meat for energy, such as fish and surrounding vegetation, you would be correct. Great job. The last example today is over matter and energy flow in a desert. Sagebrush, cacti, and other plants use sunlight, air, and scarce water to make glucose. Jackrabbits and other rodents get energy from eating the leaves and flowers of the sagebrush and other plants. Some lizards, such as the bearded dragon, are omnivores. They consume other animals, such as insects, as well as plants. A brown snake gets energy from eating a lizard. Coyotes primarily get energy from eating other animals, such as a snake or jackrabbit. When animal food sources are scarce, the coyote adopts omnivorous habits and resorts to plant material for food. So I have a challenge or an extra problem you can do for extra grower team points. If you create a food web of a desert using information from the text, take a picture and share it with me, and I'll give you a grower team point. Now that we've read the chapter together, let's move on to the activity page. Today you're going to be working on activity page 4.2 in your packet. Now, this activity page is a little difficult to do on your own because it's asking you to build a model. Well, instead of building a model, I want you to focus on creating a food web of an ecosystem of your choice. This could be an ecosystem from the book, or it could be an ecosystem that you're just interested in and you want to learn more about. Once you're finished with your food web, be sure to take a picture of it and send it to Miss Corkins. I can't wait to see it. After you're finished with your workbook page, don't forget to work on ELA and math sections in your packet. Make sure to text a picture of your work so you can get grower team points. And also, make sure you're working on iReady and Zern. I know a lot of us are really focused on working on our packet, but don't forget that we still need iReady and Zern minutes. Remember, you can do iReady math or reading. And I'm looking for students who are at least getting 30 minutes a day. If I see that you're on iReady math or reading for 30 minutes a day, I'm going to give those students extra grower team points. I'll be checking this weekly on Fridays. So, be sure to stay focused and make sure you're doing your work. Remember, if you need any help logging into your accounts, just contact your teachers. We are here for you, and we want to hear from you. We miss you. So please, if you need anything, feel free to reach out. I hope to hear from you soon. Thank you so much for watching Miss Corkins' video. I hope you have a wonderful day.